What's going on, everybody? Hopefully you guys enjoyed your holiday weekend if you're in the States. My name is Ango, and today we got a lot of big wrestling news to get over. Wrestling Entertainment Series, we got some drama there. Also, WWE bringing in professional boxer Tyson Fury. And then, of course, we got to talk about this idea of AEW and WWE doing a crossover pay-per-view. Guys, absolutely insane. Really quick, we're going to jump into the Tyson Fury news, because if you're not familiar with Tyson Fury, he is a fantastic heavyweight boxer, and there has been a lot of talk about Tyson Fury being in the WWE. We've seen him once before with Braun Strowman, and that wasn't necessarily a good look. But of course, people are talking about Tyson Fury because he is such a notable name in the world of boxing. Whenever WWE does a crossover with celebrities or professional athletes, it's always going to get major attention, major headlines, not only from the wrestling dirt sheets, but of course all these other pop culture websites and newspapers and magazines. So now recently there was an interview with Tyson Fury, and he actually later confirmed the report about the UK pay-per-view match with Drew McIntyre. He also revealed that he was supposed to appear at WrestleMania 36 and the 2020 SummerSlam. We all know what happened there because of COVID. But of course, when it comes to Tyson Fury and the WWE, I see mixed reactions about this. Now, WWE is going to be at Clash at the Castle pay-per-view. They're going to be having that pay-per-view in the UK in September, Labor Day weekend. And honestly, it makes sense. Whether or not you think Tyson Fury is a good wrestler or not, from a business move, I think Tyson Fury coming back and working with the WWE does make sense. WWE loves these big box office attractions. Tyson Fury absolutely is one. My only concern is there has been talks that Tyson Fury might be picking up another fight in the near future. They're obviously promoting some stuff. There's some things in the works. The only thing is, when it comes to real combat sports, obviously injuries can always be at play. So hopefully there's none of that. Hopefully when we see Tyson Fury inside a WWE ring, he is ready to go. Dave Meltzer did report in May that if Fury agrees to work the UK pay-per-view event, he would face McIntyre, which would then ultimately change plans between Reigns and Drew McIntyre. But I do think it makes sense for Drew McIntyre to have that match against Tyson Fury. It's a big marquee match, and this goes to show you anytime WWE puts a wrestler with a celebrity, you are in a top spot of the company. This is the reason why The Miz was working with Logan Paul. This is the reason why Bad Bunny worked with The Miz. This is also another reason why we saw Sami Zayn with Johnny Knoxville. WWE views these people. They trust these people. They view these people in such a way that is important to their brand. It's a good business move. Now, in terms of the actual match quality, I don't know what the hell we can expect. I was not impressed with him against Braun Strowman, but at the end of the day, we will see what happens. Now, I want to turn our attention to Wrestling Entertainment Series, because this has been a very big topic recently, and guys, I don't think this is good. So obviously there hasn't been a lot of talk about this event. We know that it got postponed, but as you can see here on this image, we have Lena Fanine, aka Nia Jax, still being promoted for the Wrestling Entertainment Series Women's Championship belt against CJ Perry, aka the former WWE superstar Lana. Now, Lena Fanine came out publicly and said that she is not sure why people are being misled. She has been ghosted by the promotion, and she will not be appearing at the event, and she wanted her fans to know that if you were buying a ticket in hopes to see her, she would not be there. Now, Wrestling Entertainment Series is a new promotion startup from Authors of Pain, now known as Legion of Pain. This is their return to pro wrestling after their WWE release, and this card is going to be headlined by Moose versus Alistair Overeem, the former Glory kickboxer, former UFC star. Obviously, this had a lot of potential when it was first announced. It's been rescheduled once or twice. The way I like to think of this is as simple and clear-cut as possible. This is a new promotion, new startup. Obviously, they had some challenges. They had to reschedule the event once or twice. At this point, is the event still going on? My only criticism here is that it's a very, very aggressive move for a first-time promotion to be trying to put their foot in a arena that has such large seating. I think it's like 8,000 seats roughly. It's a pretty big arena. And yes, a lot of these talent are former WWE superstars or current Impact Wrestler stars. But as you know, if you've been paying attention to Wrestling Entertainment Series and what has transpired thus far, we have seen a mix up with the card, different talent being promoted originally, then being changed afterwards. There was some talent being told that they were paid because of everything, and then now they're not being paid. Like, there's some mixed stuff happening here. Some people are concerned about this event going on and what's going to happen. But if you guys want to keep updated, let me know. I'll keep you guys updated. As of now, Nia Jax is not scheduled to be there. I hope this event goes on. I hope everything goes smooth. I was very happy to see another new promotion. I think anytime there's a place for people to work, it's a really good thing for wrestling. But if the event doesn't go on, obviously that wouldn't be a good look. So just kind of keep that in mind. There's a lot of talk on the internet about, pay and this and that. And there's just a little bit more drama behind this event that it needs. And, hopefully things go well. And hopefully we can have another promotion here where things go well. It is supposed to be on Fight TV. It's taking place in the UK at the Nottingham Arena, I believe. And, look, guys, again, it's an aggressive goal. But ultimately, it is best for wrestling when there are promotions that continue to enter the scene and actually do well. With that being said, I do want to turn our attention to Triple H, AEW, WWE, the possibility of a crossover event. Obviously, Tony Khan was talking recently on the Masked Man show, and there was something that was brought up about the possibility of ever running a crossover show with WWE. And Tony Khan specifically said he's not sure if that's ever going to happen, but he would be open to talking about this type of thing. It's not that crazy, but it's a bold prediction. Now, everybody kind of remembers at one point when Cody Rhodes went back to WWE, he even said that he believes it could be a possibility. He said that there's no reason that there couldn't be a potential WWE crossover one day. And, obviously it's not been discussed. It's obviously not been planned. But the idea of WWE and AEW working together, honestly, is not impossible to me. I think a lot of people think it's impossible. And yes, I understand that they're competition. And yes, I understand that maybe that's not a big competition. Obviously, WWE is such a far bigger company. But I think the one thing that AEW has is the support of the IWC. And I think what WWE wants to do is continue making $1 billion+ a year, right? They want to be profitable as hell. But I also think WWE, even though they don't necessarily try to attract to the IWC, I think this would be a move that would kind of get them back in the realm of WWE, which I imagine could actually be a good business deal. Now, with that being said, if there was a pay-per-view between WWE and AEW, I think that would be a very big, far stretch. Like, I'm not sure if a pay-per-view would actually make sense. However, one thing that Vince McMahon is not shy of doing is talent swap. He used to do it back in the day. And, guys like Jon Moxley and Chris Jericho, I can see these AEW guys that were in WWE once before possibly coming back to WWE for a program one day. I could see them maybe entering the Royal Rumble like we saw with Mickie James, but I wouldn't expect a pay-per-view just yet. Now, of course, Triple H is back in NXT. We'll see what happens in NXT. You never know. There might be a possibility of sending WWE talent to AEW. You got to satisfy both parties. You got to look at it from a business aspect. You can't look at it from a perspective of a wrestling war. If you're looking at it from the perspective of, business, it might make sense for WWE. A lot of people think it only makes sense for AEW because they're the smaller company. But again, WWE has kind of, they've kind of deserted the IWC, and they can pull up some ways to get them to work together. We never thought WWE would ever have Evolve on the WWE network. And sure enough, you can go there and watch Eddie Kingston. So it's not impossible. Is it likely? Probably not. But we know that Tony Khan's willing to talk about it. Obviously, he should be willing to talk about it. What I would say, though, in order for this to really be successful, they can't be taking shots at each other. You know what I mean? If they really want the wrestling business to grow, if they would want this venture to grow and be successful, you can't be talking shit beforehand and taking shots back and forth. If you want business to go well, you need to stop the wrestling tribalism, bring people together so everybody can enjoy one night between a huge crossover between both companies. Again, is it possible? Yes. Is it likely? No, but you just never know. Tony Khan's down for it. Cody Rhodes was down for it, but Cody Rhodes doesn't have the authority in WWE, and we'll see what happens. WWE is a changing company. Stephanie's now the interim CEO. You never know. If it makes money, it makes sense. Let me know what you guys think down below.